Breaking news out of Philadelphia. As of this hour, the Philadelphia Eagles coaching search may have reached its final destination. Right now, there's a plane in the air heading to Seattle to pick up defensive coordinator Gus Johnson of the Seahawks. Now, what's different between this interview and the others? The Eagles obviously have interviewed various coaching candidates, including Brian Billick, Bill O'Brien, Mike McCoy, but Bradley is the first candidate to receive a second interview, and I doubt he's going to come all the way from Seattle across the country in a private plane unless he's essentially been offered the job. That's just my opinion. Now, this hire has some eerie similarities between the fortuitous hiring of Andy Reid 14 years ago. If you remember, when the Eagles hired him away from the Packers were just eliminated from the playoffs by the 49ers. The Eagles were not going to wait another week. And how did the Packers get eliminated? By a miracle last-second play when Terrell Owens caught a ball from Steve Young at in the last minute. Without that play, Andy Reid was never our coach. So Seattle takes the lead on Sunday, with 30 seconds to go when Matty Ice drives them into field goal contention for the game-winning field goal. Without that field goal, I'm not sure. Well, there certainly wouldn't be a second interview tomorrow as far as Gus Bradley is concerned. So it's almost like there's a fate involved in who becomes the Eagles coach. And you got to hand it to the ownership of the Eagles. They do a very thorough interviewing job. They never expected to give the job to Andy Reid. He came in with this big binder and impressed them with all this knowledge. And there's all these big names out there like John Gruden, ex-coaches, Ken Wisenhunt, a guy who's been to the Super Bowl. There's Lovie Smith, who I wouldn't mind hiring myself. But they're open-minded to some new hotshot, especially someone young that could be with the team for a long time, if he just simply impresses them in the interview and convinces Jeffrey Lurie that they're the right person for the job. Now, as far as Gus Bradley is concerned, I think it's impressive what he's done with the Seattle defense. Every year he's been there, their point total per game has gone down, and that's what matters. Scoring defense. Yards don't really mean anything. And obviously, they had a lot of success this year with Gus Bradley as defensive coordinator. The players love him. He's very energetic. He, jumps around the sideline, and he's kind of like another player. And he's got a goatee. The young guys will relate to him. So I'm kind of excited at the possibility, and I think it's imminent that, like I said, breaking news, Gus Bradley is going to drive the Eagles bus for the next few years going forward. He's got a tough act to follow in Andy Reid, who brought us to 5 NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl. But maybe the Gus bus will take us all the way to Broad Street, coming full circle for a Vince Lombardi parade. You never know. So there you have it. Most likely, the next head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, Gus Bradley.